I love that sound.
All right, welcome back to episode 7 of Pixelated Perception with your friendly neighborhood donuts, starring one Rodney,
Hello there.
Lerone,
What's up?
Denzel.
The cap is
He's-
here. There's no need to fear.
That nigga
Let's
was
go.
so
I
quiet.
Let's
knew he was
go.
gonna
Episode
just
7.
be extra.
All right. There's me, of course. I am the Whames, as they say in the ancient tongues. And this week,
Shut it up.
we've had many things going on. I believe some people here have gone on some trips. I've done nothing. I've played many good games, though, so much to talk about.
Very good game.
Let's
Many
start it
good
off
games.
with a Lerone. We barely started with Lerone. Let's go with him. What have you been up to? What's been going on?
Last thing I didn't know was I went to DreamCon with the boys, which is 3/4 of this chat because everyone didn't want to come with the homies. It's kind of crazy.
That's blatant lies.
Lies and deceit.
But we got you next year, though. Got you next year.
Oh God.
Oh God, respect.
Well, yeah, no.
Oh God, respectful. That's like my favorite thing to say now.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
God.
Hopefully that gets out quicker sooner than later. But any games?
Jesus.
Touch on any stuff?
Oh, no. No, I didn't. That was the last thing I know I did, and I just been recuperating from it.
Did they have any like showings there? Did they have any game stuff there?
Oh, yeah. They had multiple game tournaments like Smash, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter
you
2,
guys-
I
Mortal
believe.
Kombat 1
Did you guys
tournament, aren't
join it?
you? No.
Try to compete? Get blown up?
We did
I'm
not
not-
want the
I'm not
problems.
getting
We
blown
good.
It probably was a free to enter. Maybe it was. I don't know.
I saw that man Shofu hop on the sticks. I said, you know what? That's you don't need to join that Smash tournament.
Damn.
Hey, Shofu got stuffed up though, bro. Crazy.
He did. Leah was
Crazy
out
world
there.
we live in.
Leah and Mark were the goons. Apparently, that was crazy.
That's 'cause
Apparently
got
Mark
clapped
is
up
goated,
last year,
bruh.
So we had something to prove. That man
Damn,
got bodied last year.
that man came out made
Man
Dr.
had his
Marvel
training
gods
arc. He
here.
definitely had his training arc and came back and clapped cheeks.
Oh no, that shit was
Yeah,
great though.
Whew. Went crazy.
All right.
Yeah,
So
a lot of creators were there. A lot of content. It was a fun time.
you guys met some cool people, right? What'd you meet?
Was King Vader, Sylvanas, Leland walked by us once. What else we saw? I can't really remember off the top of my head like that.
We
Guys,
met
so your favorite,
Berlizzi, and we didn't know it was Berlizzi.
Oh, we
yeah,
did see
Berlizzi had on
Berlizzi.
that giant,
Yeah,
like,
he had the
Master
sickest Master
Chief.
Chief cosplay I've seen. That was crazy.
Bro, we was like, why Master
Cool.
Chief got
Legit.
security? Fuck going on?
Right? He's like, why does Randall cosplay got security? Then now we know. Corey Kenshin was there. That was dope. Yeah, good time.
Cool.
Good times, yeah.
Cool stuff. No
I know
games
Afro
though.
was there too, but we didn't get to see him this time
Oh.
around.
They should have.
Man, I was so sad. Hey, Afro, if you ever hear this podcast, man, look forward to the day I can chat with you, man. Look forward to it.
He gonna
Yeah,
dodge
ass
your
nigga.
ass.
For real, he doesn't gonna dodge roll away. Like, whoop, he'll be fine.
And
Yes,
but I guess
alright.
if you talk about games, we did play a lot of Smash together locally though.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so yeah, there was something. It wasn't a new game. We played that. There we go.
So you're telling me like 5 dudes and 1 chick went to a freaking hotel to go smash.
Why you
each other,
say it
huh?
like that, bro?
Yeah.
Why you say it like
is
that,
exactly
bro?
how you
That's
said it.
exactly
That's what
You did
happened?
exactly that.
That's exactly
That's what
happened.
happened, huh?
Yeah,
It was low-key.
day
It
in,
was
day
low-key that
out
couch
for like
stream
5 days
legitimately.
straight.
Nice.
Man, she was losing.
Good.
It was nothing but Smash,
I mean,
I
bro.
bet she was losing.
If it at
I
that
bet.
point she was just getting passed around, she was not a contender. Sad to say.
All she was doing was she was watering plants, if you know what I'm saying.
She was being a
Hey,
stage
yo,
hazard, is
what?
she was being.
Being a stage hazard, huh? Alright.
Watering plants.
Yeah.
Watering plants and the stage hazard.
Yeah.
She was definitely
like a
in
crop
her
duster.
own.
She was definitely a part of the village. It was crazy.
Part
Oh,
of
no.
the village.
That just sounds
Alright.
weird.
I mean, this whole scenario sounds odd. That's the point. But interesting times though, for sure. If you,
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, if that's
I
all you
look forward
got,
to one of the
Yeah, it's all I got.
times you can come with us
Oh,
to DreamCon.
yeah, man, I'll make sure
I
to
got
shit in
the
every toilet we come across. That's for sure.
yes.
I mean,
I mean,
you'll be
luckily we have
in good
multiple
company
toilets.
because
Oh God,
I mean,
it's funny that you say that because
what?
when I used the last toilet in the house, I was like
Fucked it up.
I used the whole fucking Trinity, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up.
What the fuck?
He formed the
knock that off
trinity
the
of the
bucket
toilet
list, yeah.
bowl, bro.
Bro, it's something
That's awesome.
powerful when you use every toilet in somebody's house, bro. Like
Something
it's
powerful.
Yeah, like collective opinion.
it's something powerful.
You
There's
got
something
the opinion
powerful
toilet.
about it, bro.
Gave that man the
like
power of the trinity. Got a
Something
whole
powerful
buff.
about using every toilet in a
Bro.
house.
Yes, bro. And it's not your house? Bro, you know the toilet is the closest thing you have to a throne. So it's like accumulating all 3 infinity stones that are toilets and fucking just ascending, you know.
Exist, bro.
Dude, he has achieved true power from
He
the
obtained the
toilet.
porcelain power stones.
Dang.
Oh
Oh
no!
god!
Shit.
The porcelain power stones, bro. Yes. Yes,
Could
there
not
we
be
go.
stopped. Will not be stopped.
Porcelain power stones. Love to
Man
see it.
became a
Love to
god.
hear it.
Yes.
Alright, I mean, if that's all you guys are doing, just forming Power of Infinity, let's move on to Rodney. What you been up to?
Same thing. Playing that and playing
Some Remnant 2 gaming?
Final Fantasy as well.
Final Fantasy gaming. What's been up with
Thoroughly
Remnant?
enjoying both of them.
Remnant 2 has come out to some pretty good reviews. I hear it's quite the game.
Well, I think I'm like 10 hours in, and I think I'm still in the first area. It's a lot. This place is huge.
Yeah, so this game's also highly randomized, so I'm curious what your first zone was. Do you remember what it looked like, what the name was?
Nerude, I think it's called.
Lerone. Oh, that's an interesting location. Sure. I've also played this. Played it a lot. Lerone was definitely my least favorite location. But
Yeah.
the story is super interesting there. The actual combat is just ridiculous. There's so many enemies.
Yeah, I've died quite a few times.
But yeah, there's a ton of enemies, a giant wasteland. It's kinda like Fallout, but in Dark
It is
Souls.
wasteland.
Yeah.
Go too far, you potentially just start puking your guts out and then you die, which is cool.
Yep. Have you
Awesome.
discovered any of the story of that area yet?
Yes. I mean, I don't even know, like, if I had to put a percentage on it. I have no idea how much I've covered because I've been to quite a few places and I've fought a few bosses and like a secret boss. You know, the glowing totem, you step up to it and then you get teleported and get bodied. So I've
What?
been some places.
A glowing totem.
You didn't find it. It was like a in Mass Effect. You remember what the core looks like? How it's all like spinny and distorted and
The
weird
core
looking
of
because
what?
there's a giant of the ship with the Normandy.
Yeah.
Or it's got the giant reactor in it. It was kind of like
Yeah. Oh, that was your boss fight? Or one of
that
your
was
boss
one
fights?
of that was like an extra boss or something.
Okay. I don't remember totem, but maybe I didn't see that.
I don't know if totem's the right word, but it was an extra powered up like enemy in there that thoroughly clapped cheeks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the
Yeah,
game is not
but-
easy. It's pretty fun.
It is.
I don't know what kind of build you're going from. Assuming you're trying to shoot stuff.
I mean, can I even start a build yet? Like I'm still
Oh yeah,
pretty
what?
early
I
in.
forgot. What archetypes did you pick?
I am the medic.
Oh, medic, huh? Okay, solo dolo medic
Because I was
gamer.
like, if I'm gonna be playing this by myself potentially, I want to be able to heal myself.
That's
And it's
fair. That's
definitely
a
coming
fair
in.
reason. It's very useful. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see about that when you play it. I mean, it's definitely fun. You can actually dual archetype too. You just have to go buy the item from the guy in town. Like every vendor has their own class, pretty much, and you buy their unique item.
Oh, okay.
You can give it to the other dude who upgrades your dragon hearts, like your heals, and he'll give you the class. But yeah, I mean that game's super cool. There's interesting build diversity, especially when you get later. There's a lot of fun boss fights, a ton of randomization, keeps it interesting. All the gear and stuff is like Dark Souls, so it's like unique, not just random like number go up stuff like Diablo. It's more interesting equipment you get. Like what kind of gun did you get? You probably have like the LMG.
Yeah.
Like the LMG is okay, but like there's an assault rifle. There's like alien
Using
assault
the
rifles with
black
different stuff.
something. It's called the
Oh, the Black
not
Maw.
the
That's
black
the
maw. Yeah,
AR.
the black maw.
Yeah, you must have switched. Yeah, I mean they're all good. There's like mods and stuff you can put on your gun. I don't know what mod you picked. Did you pick any mods?
What is it? There's a fire moth that I have in.
Hot shot.
Yeah, hot shot.
Yeah. Makes sense. That's a good all-around thing for sure.
I died.
Yeah. Not an easy game.
Bro, this Mario sounding ass nigga. Whoa! Wah! Face ass,
I
bro.
mean, the one thing I will say about this game is the game lets you know when something bad's coming. The musical cues are on point and they
Oh,
fill
yeah.
you with dread.
What the hell did I say? You know you have iframes, right? Not funny.
With the dodges,
Yeah,
you said they do or they don't?
they do.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
I've
your neutral
definitely
dodge
cheesed.
also has one.
I don't think I've ever actually used a neutral dodge intentionally.
It's really good. And all melee weapons have a unique attack coming out of the neutral dodge.
Oh.
It's like you recover fast, like you have less iframes, but you recover like very quickly. Like if you know the timing, you can neutral dodge, and then get right back in like shooting faster.
Kind of puts me in the mind of like Bloodborne a little bit.
Oh, speaking of Bloodborne, you got like another area you find, which is literally just Bloodborne 2.
I'll take it.
Really cool. So definitely look forward to that. That game's excellent. I know you guys might not want to play it, like Lerone and Denzel, but if you ever get a chance, excellent game. Super good. Like at least a 9.5 out of 10.
Respect the.
Nice.
I don't know
They
if you
just look at so
finished
many
it, but I feel
games
like
coming
Oh
out,
yeah,
bro.
this is the time. The time has come.
I gotta go
Like,
back to it.
damn.
I mean, I feel like
They're
next
doing
year is gonna be
so
dry as
stacked.
hell.
Maybe.
I feel like next year might be dry because we got so much stuff this year.
I know for sure Tekken's
I mean,
coming
technically,
out
the last
next
2
year.
years have been stacked, though.
Yeah.
You're gonna be real with it.
Some good
So
stuff
not
came
like
out last year, but this year was crazy.
no, this video was insane for sure. But those build up. Those build up to this year, last year.
Yeah. It wasn't completely dry for sure. Yeah, I mean, Dark Souls with guns have done really well. Like, I know nobody's ever going to listen to this from this dev team, but the dev team are the guys who made the Darksiders games. Or a lot of them
okay.
are. I'm pretty sure. They're like
Mm.
the leftovers from Vigil Entertainment, I think they were called. And, like, I think they made their own studio. They work with THQ Nordic or something to make Gunfire games. So then they published this with Gearbox. I think the first one was published with some other people, but, like, art style is very similar. And I think their game designers you can tell they know what they're doing at this point. Like they definitely have experience. Everything feels so interestingly balanced. Like obviously there's some stuff that's better than other stuff, but like I truly feel in this game, I don't feel like this in almost any other game. You have viable options with everything. Like there's always a way you can make something work, which is crazy to me. But you can like scale things in different ways. Like melee has a lot of options, range has a lot of options. Shot like in the specifics of range, like shotguns, assault rifles, pistols, hand cannons, SMGs, flamethrowers. There's all hidden classes too, which is super cool. Like hidden archetypes that you can do, and they're all like super interesting. Like I don't know if any of you guys care about spoilers in this chat.
Nah.
I'm good.
Probably not. Anybody listen to this? Spoiler alert. There's like 12 different archetypes, There's like a whole summoner class. You'd be like a necromancer kind of thing. There's like a engineer. You could be like a heavy gunner type of thing with turrets and stuff. There's like there's the hunters, obviously like all the basic stuff. There's like a mage, like a straight up like the storm trance guy from Destiny, pretty much. It's really cool. There's a lot of variety. It's very fun. The only gripe I had with the game was performance on PC was kind of nuts. How does the game run on console?
Well, it's pretty smooth for the most part. I don't think
Yeah,
I've had any real hiccups or anything.
does it look solid or like does it look a little fuzzy or like what's up?
Looks pretty solid
Looks
to me.
good. Nothing. You didn't notice
Yeah.
anything? That's good because
Nothing
on PC,
nothing crazy or
on
ugly
PC
looking, I guess.
it's kind of rough. Like I don't know about they probably optimized a lot for console, but on PC, they said they designed it with upscaling in mind. I don't know if you guys know what upscaling is.
Hmm.
They designed it with upscaling in mind.
In mind, so on by default,
Oh, okay.
which is usually what you don't do. But it is an Unreal Engine 5 game, which a lot of people are saying is the reason for it. But like, I don't think the game looks that amazing. Like, it definitely looks good. It definitely looks better than the original. But like,
It's not pushing any envelopes, though.
it's pushing
It's
my
like-
graphics card to the fucking limits of insanity.
What
Destroying
kind of
that
graphics
shit.
card do you have?
I have a 3080.
Damn, you got a 3080. This is pushing it to the limits.
Oh, absolutely. It's nowhere near enough to run it like. Would like normally you would like what would you think I'd be able to run in a native and so with a 3080?
I mean, 3080. I would expect you to
With a
be able to
consistent
run
60.
stuff at like. I mean, for 60, I would think you would still be able to do 4K, but I'm imagining that you're not. You're probably
You'd
getting
think, right?
1440p.
A 4K native, I probably get like 15 FPS.
Jeez.
All right, with upscaling, which is pretty much what I do with every other game, I pretty much DLSS up to 4K, right, and it renders whatever resolution I can get. I could do that for every other game I play that's come out. Get well over 60, probably like 80 or 90. In this game, that gets me 45 FPS.
Ew.
I have to pretty much go off 1440p and DLSS that to get 60, and it'll still drop during some stuff. Like it'll drop below during some stuff. There's also we found like a memory leak, which was happening when you have certain items equipped, and it will like keep fucking like every time you died, you'll lose like 10% of your frame rate.
Jesus Christ.
Very specific, but like there's definitely performance issues, which is unfortunate. But the game's so
Yeah,
good, like I can look past that.
That's definitely optimization because the 3080 should be able to run. I mean, it's not been that long since that was the go-to graphics card. So
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy.
it is pretty heavy little game, but it's fun for sure.
Very fun.
Anything else? Played? You said Final Fantasy.
Yeah, just these two for the most part.
Any thoughts on that?
I am enjoying that as well. I still wish that the combos had a bit more variety.
Specify you're talking about 15.
How far
right?
are you now?
16, not 15. My bad.
I beat Titan again, like the giant,
Big Titan.
giant kaiju, super kaiju, mecha kaiju boss battle, which was pretty cool. I got a little bit further from that.
I mean, that's cool. Did you like that? Was that your favorite part so far, or what?
It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I loved it. Like
I was impressed.
I enjoyed it. I enjoy fighting as Ifrit.
Big Ifrit.
Big Ifrit.
Yeah, it's definitely big Ifrit.
He goes crazy in that game.
The first time in history that
be cool
has
again.
been
That's
literally
crazy.
washing everybody
they put respect
else.
on his name one good time.
Fair.
They did it one
time for the
Ifrit
fun
never
time. You
got
know how it be.
shined.
Indeed.
If you wasn't Bahamut, Odin, who else? Ramu, and a couple of other ones, you wasn't getting no real shine. Leviathan, Shiva.
Fuck.
I don't even feel like Ramu and Leviathan really, or Titan. I don't feel like any.
I feel like Leviathan. Leviathan.
Ramu was cool in 15.
I feel like they all got more shine than Ifrit though. That's what I'm saying. Ifrit was
In
always like the
15?
first,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
tutorial boss.
If
I'll
he
give
was kind of the
Ifrit
main
the.
bad guy, but he
Yeah, he
wasn't
was
really in the
cool.
game.
Yeah, like he had a cool cinematic in 15, but at the end of the day, he was still half naked man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, kind of
That game
whack.
was just all types of wasted. Just. Oh my god, it was so bad.
15
I
had a
don't even
rough
think
deck.
about it. I mean, they just wanted that game out the door, and you can tell. Been in development for what, 20, like 15 years or something like that?
It was a great idea,
Long
just not
time.
implemented very well.
I mean, the original game that they had before they scrapped it and gave us what we had was far better. But too bad they couldn't finish it in time. But they did that because they wanted to get out of the they were in contract. It was supposed to be part of like a trilogy along with because it was supposed to be Final Fantasy 13. It's supposed to be Versus 13 is what it was supposed to be called. In order to get out of the contract of making that, they scrapped it and pretty much changed the name to obviously Final Fantasy 15. But in doing so, they pretty much trashed everything they had. Like a lot of characters they took out, a lot of plot beats they took out. The game was supposed to be a lot darker, a lot of stuff.
Hey, it looked pretty. It looked pretty
It
for the
was
time
supposed to
frame, the
like
time that
center
it was in.
around like the not so much the crystals, but I guess like a goddess of death, pretty much.
Hmm.
And they just pretty much just gutted all of that and made
That's unfortunate.
something. Yeah, because the original one was a lot cooler. But I feel like yeah, with the team that they had and it constantly bouncing into other people's hands, like I'm surprised we got what we got. To be completely honest.
Well, at least we got 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely better, much better, much better.
Yeah, so you've been enjoying that?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. I think got nothing else. We should be going to the Lord Denzel.
Well, haven't been doing too much gaming lately, sadly. My life has been very, very interesting. Um, Unrelated, definitely got engaged, so that has been taking up a lot of my time in life.
Oh yeah, congrats to
Congratulations
this
again.
man.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Thank you,
congratulations. I
sirs.
don't,
Man just lost a game of
pretty
life.
sure
That's
I
crazy. Let me stop.
Damn.
Hey, yo. It's a mixed bag of emotions. But
Oh, it only gets
still haven't beaten
worse. No, let me
16.
stop.
Chill.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my god, you good.
hey,
You'll
Nah.
be fine
Mr.
and
10,
everything will
Mr.
be
12
awesome.
years over here. You know how it is, bro. You know what it be.
I be trying to tell you,
But
but you don't be wanting to listen, man. I'm trying to
Boy, you know we
I
don't
avoid
listen
listen
the
to you.
pitfalls I fell
sometimes.
into. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometime.
nobody listens 100% of the time. It's just
I'm not
never. It's not
expecting you
possible.
to. I'm just expecting you to listen on the inevitable beats. You know what I'm saying? I
All
mean,
right,
you'll
back to the
experience them when
game.
you get to them.
Back to the gaming. Anyway, I'm still trying
I'm
to
just looking out
beat
for you. I'm just
Final.
looking out for you.
I appreciate you. Still trying to beat Final Fantasy 16. I beat what is probably the hypest boss battle in a Final Fantasy game ever, which is Bahamut. And I've been trying to wrap up stuff on it, but it seems like this game just has a lot left to give. So I still got at least probably like 10 to 20 more hours left. I'm 36 hours deep. But besides that, also went to DreamCon, which is great. I am the champion of what do we all play? Mario Party. Stomped on Rodney's dream of being a superstar.
I
So
like how
I
you say
take
that, but
I
Literally
take that.
everybody was plotting against me. Y'all robbed me.
Bro,
You
what nobody
stole
plotting on you,
everything.
bro? Shut it up.
What you
No,
Stole
mean,
my
G?
stars.
you
You
dug
stole
your
my
own
coins.
grave.
Hey
You
man,
dug
you
your
were just
own
there,
grave.
man, G.
You was like, oh yeah, you should steal from Lerone, Denzel. That's the best play.
It
Bro,
was.
that's not how
And then
you
I was like, hey,
and then
bet.
it
And then I
backfired on you too. Cause then you
Oh
made an
god.
enemy, bro. You gotta
you made an enemy, G.
I
hey,
Hold
was
this
look,
trying to
out. That
warn
was
bro.
you. I
crazy.
was trying to warn you, but you know what? It's cool.
Nah, she's bro.
It's
It's
cool.
alright, bro. You beat the shit out of me on Mario Kart. Apparently, I'm fucking horrible at that game, so that's
See,
interesting.
you was
Bro,
capped because you was playing on 200 cc's. Don't nobody want to be
cannot
playing on
drift in that
200
game to
cc's.
save my soul. Oh my god.
Yeah, not on T100. It was a sad time for the kid. I ain't even gonna lie. But overall, I was the photographer for DreamCon, so that was great. Saw
For
a
your
lot of
trip or
very
for the
attractive
actual thing?
cosplayers. You said what?
For the trip or for like the actual event?
Oh well, I wanted to be on the team for the event. If anybody from RBC ever hears this, I'm definitely looking forward to helping you guys out next year. They had a very interesting camera switcher. But no, that was just for us. I got some really good stuff for some cosplayers, and I was able to connect with a lot of creators, and I was inspired. To start creating more for myself as well. So I thought it was a great trip. DreamCon is definitely one of the better cons, especially for Black content creators. I think that there's very few that are holding a candle to that in terms of inspiring people and providing people with what they need to be successful, and the spark that they may need in order to start. Because I gotta shout them out, man. Because RDC was literally there, like giving advice to people. I know for a fact somebody got a camera to help start their YouTube career. So it's like, stuff like that just really touches my heart. And I was really glad to be able to see things like that and see our community come together and support each other. But yeah, that's pretty much for me. That's all I got for you.
All right, cool. Sound like fun. I can't wait to be there next time and
Yes.
not play Mario Party because holy shit, that game's for the devil.
What you
Nah, bro, you
mean?
playing with us, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't playing that again.
What
It's gonna be a
you
great
mean?
time. It's
Cap.
gonna be a great time. You're gonna have
I had fun
fun.
playing Mario Party.
I had a great time.
I bet you did. You laugh it like it's funny.
Oh man.
Kind of funny.
It's your funny cuh.
Hey, funny until you
That shit was
first place
hilarious.
and get bodied and sent back to
It's all
hell.
fun and games till they rob you blind for
Yep.
everything you own.
Everything. You in the dirt.
Hey
They
yo,
took my
man, we
shoes,
needed
my
it,
socks,
bro.
my drawers.
You had it,
Everything.
we needed it.
Get your own,
Hey bro, I
What
needed
you
them
mean?
shoes, bro.
Cap.
I needed them.
Right, that's cool. I've been up to some stuff. I've been playing some games. Sure. We got to talk about. We did play Remnant. I don't think I ever talked about Remnant. Remnant's freaking awesome. At least what I played. I was playing a lot on PC. Like I said, it's got a lot of performance issues. Still super fun. But beyond that, we've played Baldur's Gate 3. Time has come. Skyrim finally got a sequel. Took like 12 years, but it came out. It's kind of nuts.
I definitely
But
want to play Baldur's Gate since I never played Skyrim. I know people are.
That's still wild to me.
Like
That's crazy.
everybody who I tell that to, they just can't believe it. Like it's not. I don't even know what I was playing at the time. When did it come out? Like 2005?
Like 20, no, it was like 2013, wasn't it? 2012? Oh, my captain.
Skyrim?
Because I know they re-released
Oh,
it for
What game
literally
y'all talking
every
about?
console.
Skyrim came out 2011. 11.
Yeah.
Come on.
Look,
More
like I
important than the
said,
date
I
of your
wasn't.
firstborn child. You
11,
should know
11,
this.
11.
What you mean? Look, I beat that
I
game a lot.
wasn't
All right.
into Bethesda games like I was turned off of Bethesda games after what happened to me in
You have to talk about the
Fallout.
infamous Fallout 3 story. This is so funny to me every time I hear it.
So for those of you who don't know, or who I haven't told, I was playing Fallout 3.
Way back in
Granted,
the
I was
day. God knows that's
yeah,
ancient times now.
thoroughly enjoying it and everything. I was moving, you know what I'm saying? Then I get to this bridge and something attacked me and I don't know how it occurred, but it knocked me off the bridge, and right when it knocked me off the bridge, the game saved. Now, this was back when I didn't know to make multiple saves, and now I am an avid believer of making at least 5 saves a game just in case.
Rotate them saves. Do it.
Yes, but it auto saved me falling off, so every time I would respawn, I would just fall to my death, and I didn't want to start the game over, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this for now, and I never went back, and until I think Fallout 4,
Oh,
whenever that came out.
that was a mistake, but
Yeah, because
live
it
and we
was nowhere
learn.
near as good as 3. But
Skip to Vegas. That has to happen at some point too.
did New Vegas ever come out on?
PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out same time I think as the 360 version. It was just more buggy like usual.
Because
Vegas was very
everybody keeps
buggy,
telling me that
very
New
buggy,
Vegas
but
was amazing.
Vegas is quite good. And it's pretty much an even more in-depth version of 3. And arguably a cooler setting depending on what you like. But yeah, Fallout's fantastic. Skyrim, this man said fuck Skyrim, fuck Bethesda, but Baldur's Gate 3 is here. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, actually ancient, from the times of the dinosaurs at this point. Baldur's Gate 3 was like, fuck that shit. We're gonna have more dialogue than the entirety of Game of Thrones. So many choices, so many options, so much variety in combat and gameplay.
I just
If
want
you
to kick a
don't
squirrel
mind,
into a tree.
you can kick a squirrel into a tree and make him explode, or you can have vicious gay sex with bears. The choice is yours.
Why?
Okay.
Why is it vicious?
I like the vicious kind.
I don't think bears do anything that's not vicious, to be fair.
Fair enough.
Maybe they do.
If it ain't vicious, you doing something wrong.
I mean, they're probably dead.
What you mean?
I don't think bears are very. I feel like bears are vicious. Maybe not. Who knows? Don't care.
mean,
Baldur's Gate 3.
Pretty
There's
sure
so
they
much
are.
options, and if you don't mind turn-based combat, I mean, this has to be game of the year. I don't know. I can't see anything competing with this. Like, it's insanely long. There's so much content. It runs pretty much flawless. There's one issue with the co-op, which is arguable. Like, I think it's actually a feature to prevent certain things from happening. But it's the fucking RPG adventure you always wanted to go on with all your friends. Pretty much. The D&D
Yeah, I
setting.
kind of
have
want
to
to get
play
that.
it. We have to.
How many
play.
is it? 2-player co-op?
It is 4-player co-op.
Mm-hmm.
The
Man
only
just got
problem
perked
with
up
that,
a little bit.
it's gonna be fixed by mods, so it's not even really a problem on PC, but on console will be a problem. And this is the only thing I was talking about. This might be a feature actually, is that when you have 4-player created characters, because you can also select like the origin characters they're called, or like they would be your companions in the game normally, but you can also play as them, make them the main character, and they'll have unique cutscenes for that and everything. Really crazy. You can do that. You can make a custom character, which is what everyone does, or you can be the Dark Urge. Have you heard of this?
No.
I don't know what
So
the heck you're talking about.
The Dark Urge is a custom character in appearance, but he's an origin character in terms of story. They haven't said what it is, but apparently he just has a story going on in the background. But you can customize him to make him look however he wants. So, like, he has very dark urges, hence his name, throughout the story of making him want to do horrific things to people, like brutal murder, homicidal ritual murder, all kinds of fucked up murder, eating people, all kinds of crazy shit.
Eating people.
Yeah, and the urges will come, and
Not
you'll have to try to
you.
use your stats to either give in to them or try to deny them and see how that
Oh,
story
that's right
unfolds.
up Lerone's alley. He's definitely gonna give in to all the urges.
That
Oh, the
can
chief of thought build.
Is
Let's
this
get it.
intrusive thoughts? The character?
it
Oh
is
my
intrusive
god,
thoughts the character.
Yes.
Nice.
that's
He has a whole
great.
story dedicated to him. It's pretty crazy. But so my point is if you have 4 people make characters or use those characters, let's say you have 4 people create customs. That means your game is forever locked to those 4 custom characters in your party. You cannot switch them out.
What do you mean? What? So
Like,
what if? What happens if
well,
you play without the other 4 people with you?
you can control them, right? In that case, but you can't switch them out. So, like, if you have
Oh.
companion quests because you're not playing as any of the companions that need you to take them with you to do something, you cannot do that.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Right? You pretty much lock yourself out of a lot of companion stuff by doing that.
Damn, that's kind of
And
fucked.
if they pick the origin character, it also you can't talk to them either. They're like their own person.
I mean, we could always make a separate playthrough where we just do those, and it's like a whole other story.
I
Yeah, I mean it'd
mean,
be a whole
it's
different
all
thing, but
blood
like you
based
still can't
anyway.
talk to each
So
other. Like you won't be able to get the action from the companions pretty much if you're in 4 players. If you're in 3 players, you always keep that slot open. I really want to call this game a
Ah.
3-player co-op game if you want the companion story. You don't have to, but there's a lot of the companions are the closest thing we've had to BioWare people in a long time. Like this game is pretty much BioWare's next game.
that's not made by
Funny
Bioware.
considering BioWare made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Now, pretty much non-existent as a company. Larian has stepped in to do that again. And they did it really good. The companions have intricate stories, they have dialogue, they have romances, they have tons of stuff, or reactions and affinities and stuff. But the game's so good that even playing with all your friends and losing out on that is still pretty awesome. Because you make your own stories. And like I know a lot of games have said that before, but this game is real. Like it's a real thing.
This
For
is
example,
a game.
this is a game.
Big
This is a
G.
video game. All right, like for example, we had to rescue a gnome who these goblins had strapped to a windmill and was whirling his ass around. And so we do this big ridiculous fight ton of goblins, save scum a bunch, kill all the goblins. One of our friends, his name's Alex, runs to the back of the windmill to try to shut it off. It's the
Ren.
brake release lever instead of the brake lever, and sends the windmill into overdrive and flings this man across the map.
Oof.
Big ooh. Of course, you can save scum that if you want, or you can live out your choices, because choices are another big part of the game. There's tons of dialogue choices and stuff, all run by your ability system, but it's run on a dice roll, so it's always a percentage chance you could fail.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes stuff a lot more interesting. Of course, you could save scum your way into everything as hard as you want, if you really want to. Or you can live with
Question.
whatever happens. What's the
So
question?
I kind of just like
what
living with the
happens? So I know,
repercussions
like, say
sometimes.
you got like you need to roll like higher than a 10 to make something happen, right? If you
Yeah.
rolled a 20, would it something even crazier happen, or would it just like
No,
like
it
doesn't?
does not. It does not have the super effect like old school Fallout games. I know what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
crit failures don't do critical failuring things. Like it'll just fail. So
Oh, okay.
and like old school Fallout was what he's talking about. If you crit fail a shot at somebody, you could like blow your own leg off or shoot yourself in the head and kill yourself. You critically fail that whatever you were doing. Like it was actually really funny. The way this game works is you have the die roll system, right? The D20, and you can roll a 1 to a 20, and there's going to be a target for you to hit. And as long as you get above the target or at the target, you succeed. However, if you roll a 1, because normally you can add to your dice roll with different like boosts, like people will have stuff that buffs your roll for stuff. But if you roll a 1, even if your buffs would get you to your target, run as a crit fail. I mean, it doesn't matter. You automatically fail. Always a chance of failure. On the same thing, even if you don't have anything to boost it, if you roll a 20 and that 20, I'm sure you've heard that before. That That's guaranteed success, no matter what. Even if you have things minusing from your total. So
Gotcha.
it's all chance
So,
and randomization.
so Nat 20 and like the ones, they still do something, but it's not. They don't change the event. Basically,
Yeah.
it's just kind of guaranteed.
They're still prevalent, but they don't add anything more crazy. There's tons of crazy shit. The game doesn't need more crazy shit.
No, you super crazy shit, bro. What you
Yeah,
mean?
there's super crazy shit. All right, there's too much in this game. There's so many permutations of stuff that can happen. I don't even know. Like, we were all playing, like, but me and a bunch of other people were playing in this, like, in the voice chat and Discord call, and it sounded like we were playing 6 different games. Like, we had one of our friends saying, like, "Oh, I can't kill this guy." Like, the other person saying, "How'd you get there? I'm over here." And I was like, "What the hell is that? I've never seen that before." And then we had some dude screaming, like, "Why are you a spider?" Like, what? Absolute just nonsense going on. The classes are super interesting and fun. They tried to really make a lot of the classes have something that makes them good. I'm not going to say all the subclasses are good because I don't think they are, but all the classes themselves have a viable option, I think, and make them fun. So, like, what the hell would you guys want to play? If you had to pick. Do you have any idea what the classes even are?
Hell no.
I would
Hell
imagine
no.
you have like the
Hell no.
you got like a paladin,
You got
rogue type
paladins,
deal.
you got rogues, you got fighters, you got barbarians, you got hunters, you got clerics, you got sorcerers, you got wizards, you got warlocks, you got druids, you have a monk, Rodney.
Ooh,
I
I do like punch and stuff.
feel like there might be one more. How many did I say?
Bar?
Bards, yep, there you go. There might be another one, I don't know.
I mean, out of
Any
the
of those
ones
sound
that you named,
interesting?
I would at
Monk,
least want to play as at least like 4 of them.
you gotta play a monk.
Of
Yeah,
course,
I got a couple.
Gotta play him. What the
playing
hell
a
would you play,
monk
Denzel?
definitely.
I don't know. You said a lot of stuff that was like I thought was the same. So you said like wizard, warlock, and like I'm like
Wizard,
what's
warlock,
the
and sorcerer
difference?
are 3 different classes.
Yeah, like I don't know what the difference would be.
I don't know the exact difference between wizards and sorcerers. I'm pretty sure they both roll their stuff on intelligence. They roll things with different stats to do like their attacks. So, like a wizard or a sorcerer, I'm not sure which one uses intelligence to do like everything, and they'll use like maybe wisdom as a save modifier against you for the same type of stuff. And they'll have like other stats be useless. A warlock uses charisma to cast. Right?
Uses
And he
what?
has uses charisma, and
Charisma.
he's more like a mix between he's pretty much a red mage. But instead
Okay.
of like getting your magic from the ether, you get your magic from a deity you pretty much worship and sign a pact with. That's pretty cool. Those are fun. And on top of that, you can multi-class. In case it wasn't
Nice.
complicated enough. So
Nice.
like, there's a lot of crazy multi-class things you can do. Like, I want to do a paladin, warlock multi-class because the warlock gets like normally you have spell slots, right? And the spell slots are your crazy abilities, and they'll go away after a certain amount of uses. Usually like 1 use or something, depending on how many spell slots you have. That's how many uses you'll get, and you have to either short rest or long rest to get them. Obviously, long rest consumes resources, so it's more costly to use those powers. Short rest is you have a limited amount of short rest too, but they don't cost resources. You can do like 2 of them free pretty much. Warlocks get their stuff back on short rest, their spell slots, whereas the other 2 mages get their stuff back on long rest, the majority of the stuff. So if you like multi-class a paladin who has their spell slots being like melee empowerment, like smites, they're called divine smites. Normally he has the long rest to get the spell slots back, but if you multi-class into warlock, you can get them back on short rest. So there's a lot of crazy like optimization you can do with the different classes and mixing and matching. But the classes are still super strong on their own across the board. What the hell would you pick, Lerone?
Rogue solo cleric without playing with y'all.
Rogue solo
A
cleric
rogue
playing with us?
cleric?
Yeah.
You would actually
I was
be a
saying rogue if he
cleric?
was solo, cleric if he was with us. He wants to play support.
Oh, okay.
Fun enough for him. Cleric is OP as fuck.
Nice.
Of course it is, because
Cleric is
Cleric's the
nuts.
OP
Cleric
class.
might be the best class in the game, tied with the Bard, who is the other support class, because buffs
What?
are OP,
Yes.
bro.
I
You
love to
don't
hear
mess
it.
with the buff people, bro. They will fuck your shit up.
Oh,
It's all fun and
see, now I
games
gotta
until the
play the
cleric has a
cleric.
shield and heavy armor and blur, and then duplicate, and there's 4 dudes instant transmissioning with 20 AC around, dude. You know, it's all cool. Then you get guiding bolted for like 25 damage and die instantly. You know, it's fucking crazy. I think it's like the clerics have like a ton of subclasses because it depends on what domain you're in, like what god you serve. I think there's like 8. Like there's a ton.
Nice.
I think Alex is playing like a storm cleric, so he has like all like storm spells with some buffs. So he'll like use this thing called chromatic orb, which you can shape the element to different elements, and different elements have different effects on your environment. Like you can throw a bucket of water at some dude and hit him with a lightning orb, and it'll do double damage because he's fucking wet and he just gets annihilated. You can like oil them up, set them on fire with fucking a fireball or something. I think if he gets hit, he can like retaliate with storm magic and just blow them away.
Tuh.
I think the best one though he said is like light cleric, which is all about like supports, and I think he gets fireball, and fireball is insane. Like it's so strong.
Nice.
Like it's complicated within the numbers if you like don't think about it, but like once you really look at it, it's pretty simple, and the game just plays off of this simple rule system to make interesting stuff happen. It's really cool.
I likes that. I likes that.
Yeah, and then they went out of the way to make every class like more interesting. Like you think like a fighter, a paladin, a barbarian are pretty similar, but they all have a unique class mechanic, right? Like barbarian can enter rage. Rage has to be maintained by attacking or getting hit every turn. But they get like, I think they get like immunities to like different stuff. Like you can't be mind controlled or like misdirected or frightened or some shit, and you can get like advantages on attack, and you can attack multiple times. You could throw shit. You could pick people up and throw shit with like rage charges. You start beating people with other people. Like it's hilarious. Whereas like,
people with other people.
yeah, you could pick a dude up and just like you can pick up a goblin and beat a ogre's ass with the goblin if you're like a super strong barbarian.
Nice.
If you're a fighter though, right, it's
Lit.
completely different. You're using your knowledge of combat with this thing called supremacy die, which is an extra dice roll you get to do like special attacks. So you can do like a trip attack, so you can knock a dude down because you know how to fucking swing your sword right. You could do like a frightening attack to scare people. You can go into a riposte stance. I don't know if it's stance or it's the ability you activate. Basically, if they swing on you and miss, or they hit you, I don't know which one it is, but then you retaliate and hit them back, right? So you can have like all these unique things, and the best thing about the fighter is that he gets all his shit back on short rest, and he has action surge. Action surge just gives you a second turn, and you get it back on short rest. So all of his power comes back on short rest. So you might not have anything fancy, big AOE's, like all this crazy shit, but he can just keep going. Like he doesn't have to rest. He can just fucking keep fighting, fight forever, almost.
Ain't hear no bell.
Yeah, exactly. He's here to fuck shit up. A monk, I'm not sure what the monk does. I know the monk's all like unarmored, like hand to hand combat. I think he can use quarterstaffs too. And the subclasses I think for him are like he could definitely be the avatar. There's like one with all the elements. There's a ninja,
Nice.
and then there's like a force monk or some shit, and he's like blowing people away and stuff. I don't know. Monk is like I think it's like one of the least played classes. I don't know a lot about it, but
What? So
super
nobody wanna blow
interesting.
stuff up with their knuckles.
I don't. It's scary. It's a scary life.
Yeah.
That's how it
Sometimes you gotta
is.
throw hands.
Yeah. But yeah, the story is super interesting so far. There's 3 difficulties. There's beginner, which doesn't even let you multi-class, which is hilarious. Or it's like story or something. I don't remember its name. Then there's like the normal difficulty, which is probably the best. And then we decided to play on first try tactician, which doesn't specify what it does, which is interesting because in the previous games in Divinity, which is the games made by this company, which are very similar games, they would give everything more health, and they'd give it just like more defensives and more offensive like that chances to hit and dodge, which is pretty much I think what they do in this game. They don't tell you, which is weird. But I'm almost like from what I've seen, like they definitely have more health, which is fine. That's whatever. But they definitely have like a higher chance to miss and save on stuff you do to them, and a higher chance to hit you. And they don't say that, which I don't know why. They should just say it. But it's definitely fun. Like I don't think the game's as hard as the previous Divinity games, but it can be annoying missing something with like an 85% chance to hit 3 times in a row.
Well,
Hey, worst things have
Lerone is
happened.
the luck man. My luck
Hey,
is honestly
wait.
50-50. Denzel is just gonna get cucked the entire time.
No, look. Hey, look. My luck keeps me alive, so I might be alright.
Right,
That's
all
all
my
it
goes to
does.
keep him
It's
up.
funny you say that because the racial bonuses play into this too. The races, I think, are the
Yes.
least balanced thing in the game, but I think it's done on purpose. They made all the short classes like halfling, gnomes, and dwarfs the most powerful classes in the game by far. Half elves are good too, and half orcs are pretty crazy. Well, like one of the little dude, I don't know if it's a halfling or a gnome or whatever. They have a perk called Lucky, and the lucky thing is if you roll a crit fail, you roll it again once,
Nice.
so you get a second chance in
Beautiful.
life. So you can in fact be lucky, Denzel, and get out of there.
Hey, look,
That
I
man
man.
doubt
doing
any of us would play as
annihilated, and
those
I am
races
here for
because they're
that.
lame, and no one ever wants to play as those races because they're lame. But they're there. They're very strong. What race would you play as if you had a choice? You have any idea what they even are?
Nah.
Nope. Go ahead and give us a
List them
411.
out. We got elves. You got half elves. You got there's sub races too, so there's a lot. Like you got half elves. You got drow. You got like half drow, half high elf, half wood elf.
Because
Drow's
Can
like a
I
dark elf.
play as
hell.
like a giant, just buff, thick chick? Is the question.
Yes, they have a buff body for a bunch of characters. There's a character called Karlak, who's a companion Rodney, who is a giant buff red barbarian tiefling. And she's probably the coolest character in the game. But she's a pre-made character. You can make somebody who looks kind of like her.
Like I want Rogadin but thicker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean all the
going
buff
for.
options are there. You can be a
You want thicker
dragonborn.
than Rogan, bro. What's wrong with him?
You want to be a
What you
dragonborn?
mean? They gotta have a meat, man. They gotta be packing.
I'm Dragonborn.
Yeah, you can be a dragonborn.
Like I said, they
Dragonborn.
gotta be
They're the worst
packing,
class in the game,
bro.
probably.
What?
I don't know. I think because they're the coolest looking class, like we have to make them the worst. All they get is like a 50% resistance to whatever element of dragon you are.
You gotta make
Trash.
you suck a little
Nice.
bit.
Still garbage, but
What
holy
does
shit, they
wait
look
wait?
cool.
What do the regular humans get then?
Human, so they changed the recent. I think humans get like an extra feat or like an extra proficiency with something. Like they just have like extra skills, which is not terrible. It's better than 50% resistance to one element, like
Nice.
which is kind of crazy, but
Steve is
Um,
better than the Dragonborn.
yeah. That didn't stop me from picking a Dragonborn blind on the first playthrough at the hardest difficulty.
But
I was
you're
still
used to
doing
this,
fine.
G. Every time you like something that's cool, the game just sucks.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm not gonna say my class sucks. I play Paladin with the subclass Oath of Vengeance, and that shit most definitely does not suck.
Oath of Vengeance? What the
Oath of
fuck?
Vengeance. I
You're the
think like
Ghost
the Oath,
Rider?
pretty much Ghost Rider. The tenet's pretty much like smite the wicked. I think it says it's like no matter who what is happening, you will always attack the greater evil. Like
Hey,
if somebody stole
yo!
some shit, if somebody stole some shit, but he stole it from the slaver's fucking dying, bro. Like that's it. That's really
That's pretty
cool. Oath
lit.
of
I
Vengeance.
like that a
You have a
lot,
bunch of
actually.
unique. There's a ton of sub stuff like that too, and you have unique dialogue options for all of them, and for mixing and matching. Like I had unique dialogue with a boss because I was an Oath of Vengeance fucking Dragonborn paladin. Like I think the lady, it was like a hag witch, and she was like, I don't know what the hell she says. Like, I hope all your paladin tenants make good on your fucking lizard scales or some shit. Like, I don't know. She talk mad shit to me. I was like, crazy call out. Like, what the fuck?
Nice.
She was
Love to hear.
racist.
I do think that's actually the most popular class combination, though, which is kind of funny because the game's being played by over 800,000 people concurrently on Steam, which is the second part we have to get to.
Oh yeah, that crap. I
Nice.
saw that.
This game blew up. So
Yeah, dude.
they thought it was gonna be popular. I think the CEO of the company on Twitter was like, "Yeah, so I told the IT team to, expect like 100K plus at most." And he posted a picture of the Steam concurrent player base at 500,000 players, and it went past that. It's like over 800,000 at one point,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which
Good
is
lord.
absolutely
saw-
insane.
All those devs that were talking and stuff, though, they in shambles.
Yeah, there was a whole
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
developers talking. They weren't talking shit. They knew the game was going to be good, but they were like, "Don't expect every other game to be this good." Everyone was like, "Oh, it's that good, huh?" That was the best.
Right? That was
That
that
was
like
the
free
best sell.
advertisement.
That was the best ad you could ever give. That was crazy.
Any
It definitely worked.
publicity is good publicity.
Talk
Yep, that's
about
how it
handing
worked.
him the shovel.
That
He
usually,
would
yeah,
go
that
crazy.
usually happens. Bad for it ends up being bad. This time it happened for the good, which is awesome. This game definitely deserves everything it's getting. It's super good. There's so much variety. It's super fun. The only things I want actually out of it so far, I just want them to show me the difficulty. It's actually changing. Like if they have higher rolls or whatever, just show that to me. I don't care what it is. Just let me know. And two, I want my character to have a voice, which they do in some instances, but it's extremely rare. Most of your dialogue is not voiced. Everyone else's dialogue is. And
I guess
I
each
understand
one's.
why it's not. There's fucking
Yeah.
like 36 race permutations, so and there's 8 voices to pick from. So, well, even those numbers are even correct. What's 36 times 8? You have to record all of that dialogue. That's fucking insane. There's already way too much dialogue. But if that could ever happen, that would be awesome because that definitely adds to your character being in scenes.
Hey, when
for
people
sure.
die, do they perma die?
So to revive people, they don't perma-die necessarily, but they can, depending on what situation you've put yourself into. So, if somebody dies, they go into a down state, and then they have to make saving throws, which is just them rolling a dice on a stat. I don't know what stat, probably Constitution. I have no idea if it depends on what class you are or what. It's called a death saving throw, and if they don't pass that, they just die outright.
Oh my
If they're
god.
not dead and they're just down, you can help them. You can throw a potion at them, use any type of healing, and that'll bring them back up. But if they die outright, you have to use a scroll of Revivify, or you can go to a guy in camp who has, some context of why he's there, and he can resurrect people for money. However, you find yourself in a situation of having no money and no scrolls, that motherfucker dead.
It seems like it's a lot harder then, because I was thinking like XCOM, like a motherfucker get clapped on a mission, they just dead,
Yeah, it's not that. It's not like that. But the game is also, I think, harder than XCOM.
That is hardest difficulty XCOM or what?
I don't think I've ever played hardest difficulty XCOM, so maybe not. But
Hardest
I feel like
difficulty
when you
XCOM
build
is
your
not even fucking
characters,
fun.
I think if you build your characters, even in that, like they still hit things, right? Like 100% of the time, or majority of the time, if you build them correctly.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, that's not happening. They're gonna miss.
Mm.
Like regardless, like your characters are kept at a power level where it's fun and interesting, and you have cool stuff you can do, but you're not just gonna steamroll shit majority of the time. Like there is enough randomization where you can get fucked hard. That's why you can quick save, and that's the ultimate power. No one can take that from you.
Yeah.
But I don't think the game
But-
is harder as Divinity was. Divinity in the hardest difficulty was crazy. You have to play meta classes, or you just get CC turn 1 die. Like
not CC1 turn 1 die.
yeah, like that can still happen in this game, but you can put yourself into serious advantages, but that's not going to happen. Like, there's a whole sneaking system. You should never buy anything from any vendor. If anyone's listening to this playing the game, never purchase any items. You better have a rogue. They better be set up to steal shit, and you better have everybody else in your party, form a delta formation to talk to everyone to get them to turn away from your rogue as he steals everything from the people in the background.
Oh, Bro, we're just robbing motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
Of
Never pay for a
course.
damn thing. If it's a vendor, steal that shit. All their gold, all their items.
Yes.
But save until you have everything, bro. That's it.
Bro.
This is what halflings
What
so good.
about
This is
their
why whoever the rogue should have
livelihood? You're
to.
destroying someone's
As
life.
soon as you long rest, it's all back. Do it again.
Wow.
Love
Life
it.
ain't fair. The game will not treat you fairly, so steal everything from them. All the
Fair
time.
enough.
Especially if they're your friend, because then they're not expecting it.
Yes.
Life
Hey.
lessons, kids.
That's just how the
Spitting
game works,
facts.
you know.
Let
It's
'em
like
cook.
everything stuff is very expensive, so like if you really just don't want to steal stuff, you're gonna have a much harder time playing the game.
No,
Oh, I got no
be a
problem with
hero.
it. We just robbing motherfuckers. Fuck it. I might
And
just be a
like if
bandit.
you're worried about a break, so like for example, I play a paladin. I'm the good guy. I can't steal shit, but you know I don't have to steal shit. That's why I have the rogue here. I could just turn around and they could steal shit and give it to me, and that's fine.
Loopholes, baby.
Yeah, loopholes, no oaths broken. Speaking of oaths being broken, you could break your fucking oath if you fuck up and not paying attention. Like if I ever decide, oh, I think it's more beneficial for me to work with this evil fuck, the Oathbreaker man is coming to town and putting my ass to fucking court.
What if you kill the Oathbreaker, man?
I don't know.
What
I think you still lose your oath, but
is
you
your
unlock
oath?
a secret oath by joining him, pretty much.
What is your oath like? Give you a buff or what?
Your oath allows you to use your powers.
So if you lose your oath, you can't use your powers.
No, you get different powers.
Oh.
You become an Oathbreaker, which is a whole different thing. Kind of like
What
an
the
evil paladin.
fuck?
Yeah.
That's
not necessarily
this is
evil.
lit. What?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's really cool. It's not like necessarily an evil paladin. Like there's a lot of they do a lot of interesting stuff with it. Like there's characters in the game who are like, yeah, I broke my oath doing this and that because I was my oath was to hold up the tenets of nature or whatever. But this guy who was the head of this group, imprisoned this bear and made him slaughter my whole family. So I killed that fucking bear and I broke my oath. Right? Something like that. Like there's interesting stories they do it. Like that guy isn't necessarily evil, but he is an oathbreaker.
What the fuck? This shit is getting better and better. Goddamn.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool
you're really
stuff.
selling it.
It's fucking cool. I wouldn't be talking of it like this if it wasn't cool. The first thing I did when I played the early access, because I bought the early access of this game because everyone was saying it was good, I was jaw dropped at the fucking character creator, dude. The amount of
Nice.
hairstyles you had, bro. I think you got like 85 hairstyles in this game. All right, and it ain't 85 versions of bald either. Like that hair looks nice. That shit looks sick.
Nice.
The Dragonborn has like full customization of like his crown horns, his like fucking jaw ridges and shit. Like it looks crazy. You get like fucking flame eyes. Like it's so cool.
Well, I know I'm gonna spend like an hour and a half and then carry the customer.
No, you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like buff bodies. There's
It's
like
gonna be a
smaller
rough one.
people. There's halfling stuff. You have to choose. You have to choose between you want good freaking passives or do you want to look cool. That's how it is.
Oh no.
You can go halfway.
Bro.
You can be a half elf. You'll probably all end up being half elves because they're pretty decent and they have decent looks going on. But if you want to be a melee, half orc looks like shit. But goddamn, they got savage criticals. Savage criticals means every time you roll a 19 or 20, you get a critical hit.
Nice.
Or actually, no, that's
Savage.
not savage critical. I think savage criticals, if you get a crit, you normally roll 2 damage die instead of 1. You do like double damage. You can do up to double damage. Savage crits is you roll 3 die, so you do triple damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm clapping everybody cheeks. Fuck it.
Yeah, so that's pretty
Exactly.
crazy.
3
And
damage.
you can take some of those things as feats when you level up. Like you'll level up, sometimes you'll get like a feat, which is like a super bonus pretty much. You can get like that savage crits, you can get lucky, the thing from the halflings or whatever. You can get like proficiency in different weapons and stuff. Like you can be a mage with heavy armor proficiency all of a sudden. You can increase your abilities already that you have and make them even better. You can multi-class, tons of stuff. There's a feat we were talking about. It's called Tavern Brawler, which is apparently different than the tabletop game. And it's like every time you throw something or you roll an attack, roll it like twice with your strength modifier. So it's like insane with all the melee classes. Like you play a barbarian, you do the rage thing where you pick people up and toss them, and now you do double damage with that shit.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like there's so much interesting shit. Like I don't even know what the hell you guys would be. And the other problem is, if you're all the same shit, then you're really fucked.
Yes.
Like you need to have a cleric, right? You need support. You probably want ranged AoE. You probably want a tank or a melee fighter. You have to. You can do whatever you want, but shit's gonna happen.
It's efficient.
Yeah, like they were talking about one of their favorite things in developing the game was running 4, like, I don't know, the halfling or gnome barbarians, because they could pick each other up and chuck them at the enemy because they're so strong.
Yes.
So it's just like a ball of death just flying through, like, it's goofy as hell.
See, we gotta do something like that.
We gotta do something stupid.
One time for the one time.
I mean, like the halflings, they don't look bad. They look
this shit when it come
good.
out.
I mean, the game's excellent. Game's gonna be game of the year. If it doesn't win game of the year, somebody's paying somebody.
You already know somebody's paying somebody though.
Yeah, sure, but this is crazy. Like Armored Core 6, I'm definitely looking forward to. I'm sure it's gonna be a good FromSoft game. Nah, bro.
I mean, Armored Core was never going to be Game of the Year, though.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, even if they made it more,
I mean, it's
going to
be Baldur's Gate. It's going to be Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy 16.
I don't even think Final Fantasy 16
not Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be in the conversation. I think it'll be in the conversation. It's going to
be
Starfield
for sure.
Yeah, it'll be nominated. Starfield, Final Fantasy 16, Baldur's Gate 3, and Tears of the Kingdom. I'm calling it that those 4 will be. For
sure, those will be there. I don't know what else comes out. There's probably some other game comes out. I don't remember that'll be in there.
Vampire the Masquerade 3.
I don't
that's
even
not
think
come
Vampire.
Out, but
Vampire
they're gonna show more stuff about it.
That shit up. I don't think Spider-Man 2 is gonna be.
Spider-Man 2 is probably gonna be on regardless. It'll be up just on popularity alone.
I don't know, bro.
Even though it's probably
I wouldn't be surprised
with slightly different stuff.
I mean, but that's Tears of the Kingdom, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same, but that's a Zelda game. Zelda games just get
from carte blanche.
Yeah, privileged. They just have straight Zelda privilege. That's the real privilege.
Zelda privilege is something else, bro.
Yeah.
Ever since people found out that she was thick in Ultimate, bro, it hasn't been the same.
What happened?
Oh no.
You never saw that picture of Zelda, like, and it was like, no, it wasn't in Ultimate. I don't think. I think it was in what was the last one? Was it Brawl? Was Brawl the one before Ultimate?
Shit, I don't remember.
I don't know. Either one. It's either Ultimate or Brawl. But like, they saw the shadow of the cakes, bro, when the cakes was.
That was it. That's all it required. The shadow of the cakes.
The shadow. Hey, yo,
the shadow of the cakes, bro.
Yes.
I would buy that one for sure.
Oh man,
that'd be ridiculous. But yeah, Baldur's Gate is gonna go crazy. You should definitely all get it.
So we gotta all do a playthrough.
Absolutely. Even if we screw over the companions, fuck them.
Oh, bro, it's gonna be horrible, bro.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Gonna be fucking
we should play on
Tactician
too and get crushed.
Oh my god, you're just trying to have a bad time, bro.
I love getting crushed with all the homies. When everybody comes together and realize, damn, we fucking suck.
With all the homies.
Hey, yo.
When all the homies realize all the decisions have come to naught, that's the best feeling.
Oh my god, no, it's not. Stop it.
Like, for example, we have good characters in our playthrough, and we just came up to a fight that was straight up. If we didn't have what we had, I don't think we would have did it. I think that we would have failed. There's a continuation of failing too. Like, you could fail and the story continues, but like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like that shit's crazy. Maybe we shouldn't do tactician. I don't know. That's a little wild, but
What you mean?
No,
I think
now
we'll
we
make
gotta
that
do it.
decision.
Now we gotta
We'll
do
make
it,
that
man.
decision after you pick your
Fuck
race and
it.
class, and then
Fuck
we'll
I
go
it.
from
want to
there.
actually enjoy the game. I'm not
Nah,
trying to.
nah. We'll have fun slaying gang, alright?
Y'all are cap. I do. I don't know
You
about
don't
y'all.
lie.
Slang games, slang things. All right, we gonna slang things and we gonna slay things. Let's go.
You're gonna
Famous
get
last words.
annihilated.
Can you buy headstones in that game? I'm gonna be
You
sure to
cannot
put that
buy
in
headstones.
yours.
You could pick up his corpse, though. I'm pretty sure when he dies.
All right, I'll
Oh
pick
my
it
God.
up as a
Yes.
weapon.
Yeah, if you're a barbarian.
The Cap Club.
If you can, somebody die and be dead for an extended period of time.
Yeah, he can be
Wow,
dead
so
forever.
you can
No
like
one ever gets you up.
legitimately. So
They
like
don't
if
buy
you're
you
playing
out
a
the dude or
co-op
res you, you're dead.
playthrough and
Yeah,
motherfuckers
I don't.
fuck up,
I
you
think
can
you
be
just. I think
dead
you're just
forever.
dead. Yeah.
What the
You don't get to make another
fuck?
character. You're just fucking dead. I don't. You might be able to control another character. Like maybe. I don't think so though. There's not modularity in that, which is like the only problem I see in the game. Like I feel like you should be able to swap out your character for another one. I don't think you can. I think that motherfucker's there forever, and he's dead. He's dead.
Damn, that nigga dead. Oh shit, Red Dead Redemption. Let's go.
Yes.
Shut up.
Why, man? I get so much hate. Y'all flood.
I
Y'all
didn't
flood
understand.
Rodney
Don't act
with
like
hate,
you
Wow.
man.
don't.
That was wild. But I think honestly, for your enjoyment, it'd probably be better you to play on balance. But if you really want it, the game will give it to you. Like I don't know how good Monk is. I know you want to play a Monk. It's probably fine. I want to play a melee class pretty much always. Who the fuck's gonna be a magical person? Probably
I
no
definitely
one.
want to. I definitely want to be a
Rone's gonna be a
sorcerer.
cleric. Clerics
Yeah.
like
That
they have
sounds
some
legit.
spells. Like you'll probably be a light cleric. You'll have some AOE. You'll have some buffs. You could probably do both, but you know.
Or are you talking about like a dedicated like mage?
You usually want like a dedicated mage to blow because mages pretty much just blow up maps, right? They have super insane AoE. They have a lot of them.
Nice.
But like the cleric does get fireball. I don't know how late he gets it. Like he's not gonna have it at the start.
Do they get
You know,
explosion?
I don't know what that is.
Explosion
It's
spells.
Denzel being Denzel. We can continue.
What
Yeah.
is
Let's
it?
just gloss over that one.
When you need a rogue, somebody got to be a rogue. Like,
Can I be a rogue slash sorcerer?
you can multi-class. I don't know if it's gonna be good.
But you can do it. You had that
Ugh,
choice.
I don't wanna
Steal
be
from
garbage,
everybody and
though.
get bodied.
Hey,
Yeah, like-
no, bro. You gotta go experience.
The
You just gotta
rogue.
find out the
I
hard
don't
way.
know what class. I think they usually do assassin or thief or something as their subclass. But like you need. If the reason you want to know a rogue is because you want to play as a halfling and get the lucky thing and be able to steal people and get proficiency bonuses on the stealing. Now I know you don't want to play as a halfling, but you can also disguise yourself as another class, but that's not a sorcerer. I don't know. Like you need to be able to
What does a
steal,
halfling
and the
look
more
like?
efficient you are, it look like a halfling. It's like a smaller person. They look
Oh.
good. They just look small.
So they're basically
I don't know if you want to
midgets.
do that. Yeah.
I mean, shoot. Once I see what that character customization hitting on,
I mean, I was impressed by the way they look too. Like everyone looked fucking sick. I still don't want to play as a halfling, but you know, it's gonna suck every time you roll a crit fail on that steal and we have to reload the save.
Look,
Hey
no
yo, I'm
fails.
watching like a gameplay, and this guy has a shirt with a die on it that rolled a 1. It says,
Yeah.
"Guess I'll die."
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
that's
what happens.
that's
You
legit.
can roll up to a dude and you'll has a 95% chance to hit, and you'll miss, and you'll look at the combat log and it said you rolled a 1. And you critically missed. And that's it. Guess I'll die.
Fucking
Feels
critical
bad.
failure. I hate to see it, brother.
So can I just like roll a one trying to heal someone? You just fail and you just
I
die.
don't think you can miss heal. Combat healing is
Oh.
terrible. You don't do that.
What the fuck?
You can do it. It's just really bad and a waste of pretty much every move you ever make.
Fair.
Because
Wow.
ultimately, you want to be buffed before they take damage, so they don't hit you, and you want to kill them before they swing.
Fair.
Like you don't
This is
usually
gonna be the
need combat healing
ultimate
either. You're not
test.
getting obliterated in one hit. You know, you can heal out of combat pretty well. Like paladins have dedicated stuff out of combat. Cleric probably does. I don't know. Like
Wait, let
in
me ask you
combat, it's
this
usually
too.
rough. You could throw potions at people. That's what we were doing. We had to fight a boss one point, and his only weakness was bludgeoning damage. So basically, they gave me a two-handed hammer. I drank an elixir that turned me into like a giant, and I fucking 1v1 this man. Everybody sat in the back throwing potions at my ass. That's how we beat him.
So let me ask you this: do you have to play only on like multiplayer if you start a multiplayer playthrough?
So whoever
Or, like,
starts
what
it has the
happens?
save. Whoever the host is.
But nobody else has access to it.
No one has access to that, yeah. And then that person gets locked in with those characters. So even if they're playing by themselves, they have to use those characters.
That's interesting.
It is weird. I don't know
But
why
if they're
it's
playing
like
by
that.
themselves, so my character only exists in your world, then essentially.
Yes. Yeah. If you start your own
So
game,
you
you make
basically
another
have
character.
to have your own game. Like, okay, that makes sense.
And you can't romance your companions, obviously.
I'm
Like,
trying to smash the homies.
Dude,
What you?
that's the first thing I tried to
Hey,
do. I was
yo!
like, noob, play.
I
Let's
know
see
we
what he
saw
said.
Thugnificent, but
Bro,
damn!
that's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
G.
I was like, yo,
Nah.
dude,
He said, "Do
play
the
this chick.
homie."
I want to smash you and see what happens. And then we realized we can't talk to them because they're being controlled by a person. And I was like, damn, that's disappointing.
There's a
They
whole bunch
should
of
have just
voices
left it
dialogue
in
going
and like
on.
let
Bro, I
motherfuckers
was trying to
get
smash
real
my
weird.
homies, bro. Don't
You
stop
were
it.
chilling with a group of heathens.
Motherfuckers
When the
is gonna
first
get
instinct is to try and
crazy
smash each
with
other.
that shit.
I mean, when you see this
That's
character
wild.
on, you'll be like, all right, I want to smash that one for sure. But you're not going to be able to because you can't bring a request.
Pokemon.
It's gotta
But
suck when you're like
that
the
does bring a
person.
good point though with infamous.
What?
Like, if we got say we got a full set, like all four of us playing, right?
Yeah.
That just means there's no romance in the game, then, right?
Now, you can progress companions quests that don't have them come with you. So, like, I've only the one character I wanted to romance, you need to take her someplace to advance it so far. So I can't progress that. But the other characters I didn't, and I'm fucking all of them instead for now.
Hey yo, this man said I'm out here
Yeah.
in
Hey,
this
yo.
motherfucking fucking hoes,
Hey, yo, we need to
bro.
quote that, put that on a t-shirt. That's merch right there.
Hey yo, we got
I
so many
mean-
merch quotes in this episode, bro.
Mm.
We're
I mean,
gonna have to
that's
listen
just how
back
it
to
is,
it, bro.
you know.
This is how
I
it
don't
is.
know if you can talk to them and also do it. That would be sick. I have no idea how that works. I don't know if only the host character can. Like, I'm assuming everyone could talk to them because the other characters can talk to people. But like, I don't know how that works. I don't even think we've tried that. We need to try that. Like, if I'm in a
We need to
romance with one
try.
character, can Rodney come in and like side hoe that bitch? Like, how does that work?
Bro, we trying to tag team that bitch. Fuck you talking about, bro?
That would be
no.
wild as hell.
We
But this game is
channeling
wild
our
as hell.
our inner Lerones, bro.
I mean,
We
you
do
know, you
damn.
can smash a bear,
What does
right?
that mean?
Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's wild stuff in this game. I don't know if it gets that wild though. That's crazy. That's like the co-op tag team smash.
Can
Like
we
that's
can we hit him with the Eiffel Tower or no?
that might be
oh
Baldur's Gate
no.
4.
on
Like, I don't
team,
know.
bro. I'm
Okay.
trying to see what that's like.
I just wanted to know if
I
it
know-
was a possibility.
Well, I don't know if you can do it with your homies, but they did say that some people are open to like like open relationships. Like you could totally go with two of them, but some people aren't. They also said they have to find out.
Will they
I
try
don't
to
know.
kill you if they
I
find
don't
out?
know. I don't know. You got to find out. That's the
Oh
whole
my
game.
God. Bro, can you imagine like they found out that you're cheating, so they try to kill
I'm
you in your
trying to get
sleep?
Persona
You
5.
gotta
in.
roll on it.
Hey, yo.
I'm on Persona
Imagine
5.
you roll a
to
one,
go.
bro.
Yo, the
Oh,
whole
no.
monster showing on you. That was crazy.
I want to see the whole companion of friggin' chicks come out and be like, "Yep, this is it." And then it's like crit fail. Like, guess I die. And then it just cuts to you getting taken away on like a fucking, I don't know, on a crucifix or something. That'd be
Hang him up
cool.
by his toes.
We'll never know. Like in The Witcher, you know how you try to do both Yennefer and Trish, that ends very poorly for Geralt. It might end very poorly for you. Who knows?
This shit is hilarious, bro. And the more we talk about it, the more I want to start this playthrough.
It's really cool.
It comes out next month for console.
Comes out September 3rd, I believe, or 4th for console.
Yep, fuck it. We grabbing that one.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
might
if
have
we
to
have
fuck around and
nothing,
scream it. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that would be awesome. But if we have nothing else to talk about, which I don't think we do, I think we should start plugging the things we have to plug. Since I think I forgot to do that in the last couple episodes. But Denzel, where can we reach you at?
All right, y'all. Find me on YouTube and Twitch. Big Catman. BIGCAPMAN. You already know who it is, bro. I've been doing some
But they don't though.
some reviews.
Oh, they'll find out.
I've been doing they're
They'll
gonna
find
find
out.
out. Exactly. Yeah. I've been doing some reviews, some manga reviews. I'm gonna be posting some gameplay soon. Live reactions and/or recorded reactions are gonna be coming soon. So check me out.
You got the whole
Big
shebang,
things on the
man.
way.
Everything you need.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
sir.
awesome. Can't wait. Rodney, I know you don't have anything, but maybe you have like I'm about to say an X handle because that's what it is now. Do you vent your frustrations with the world? But I don't even think you do that.
Handle
A Twitter handle.
X now, remember?
Man, I don't
Now
know.
X.
Hey yo,
Oh,
Rodney
it
be
is
should've talked
X.
about
Rodney
that. I
be
forgot about
posting
that.
a bunch of videos on X, bro.
Does
Rodney
he?
be
Video.
posting a bunch of videos on X. He got X videos on there, bro. Oh
my
God.
God.
Okay, we haven't heard that before.
Oh, hey, look.
Let's go, Rodney. Do you actually got anything?
No, I don't.
All right, Lerone.
Yes. Buy my
You-
books.
Buy them books, bro.
Straight up by my books.
Buy my books.
What's the name of those books
Baldur's
again?
Gate
Where can they get
definitely
them?
is gonna inspire some
Presents.
characters.
Go to worldofpresents.com. Find both books. You got two of them things. One
Who
and the
knows?
sequel.
You might catch a sale. Who knows?
You might
Alrighty
catch a
though.
sale.
Thank you for
jeez.
watching episode 7 of Pixelated Perception.
Thank you.
We will
Hey,
now
Listening.
be gathering our party and venturing forth.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
On me.